We assume that you have a business and some expertise, and the challenge is how to get an idea for writing a book.
In this video, we're going to discuss how to narrow your focus of the idea that you have for your book.
And the reason is because if you have a very general book, it's boring. What is your book's purpose? Is it to get information?
Is it to serve as a calling card for your business?
One thing your book can do is give you credibility.
In fact, credibility is the most important asset that a book can give you.
Also, your book can give you leads. We talked in an earlier video about if you're a speaker, you want to get gigs out of this book. You want it to open doors for you. Well, to give you an idea of what we mean by narrow the focus and how a general focus is boring, think about writing a book that's called Pandemics Through the Ages. That's pretty general. A little bit narrower focus would help. You could call it the pandemic of 2020. That would be narrower. A narrower focus would be boost your immunity naturally, how to survive and thrive in the pandemic of 2020.
There are three ways to narrow your focus: by focusing on an individual, an experience, or on a theme.
When we say individual, we mean that it could be about an individual person, or it could be an individual organization or group. And you're going to basically tell what this individual or group has done that is memorable, that will make a difference in the life of your avatar. And then you go into detail, but your whole focus is on this one individual person or organization.
A good example to show you that we helped David Ryrie prepare this book, it was focused on his experiences as a POW during World War II, where he was shot down after his first mission. So the title of the book is One Mission Man. The book focuses on him as an individual.
And how he survived, and how it made a difference in his life, how it really changed his life. The interesting thing is that he lived to be about 93. He nearly starved in that prison camp. It's a powerful and an inspiring story.
Narrowing your focus to an individual is an easy way to write because you just focus on that person and tell their story.
When you are focusing on an experience, that is also a good way to narrow the focus and give you something concrete to talk about. We have a friend who helps nonprofits generate money, and she realized working with these people that the directors often felt really uncomfortable asking for money. That's really a bad situation for the director of a nonprofit. And what she realized, that their mindset was holding them back. Yeah. So she wrote a book to help nonprofits focus on overcoming their fears of asking for money and deal with those fears so that they would be effective in asking for money. She calls her book the most expensive business card in the world. When you're narrowing your focus to theme, the example that comes to my mind is a friend who is a coach, a business coach, and what she realized as she worked with people is that they were reaching burnout. And so she wanted to create a book that would help people find joy in doing their business. And they may have been to the point that they were ready to fold it up, quit their business because, quit a job and dig ditches or whatever. But what this woman has focused on with her book is how to help business people find joy in what they are doing.
When you have a narrow focus, it's easier to grab attention. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, when our sons were young, I was laying on the sofa in our house, dozing one Saturday afternoon, when I heard a blood-curdling cry come from the bathroom. This cry was immediately followed by another blood-curdling cry. I ran to the bathroom to see what was there, and I saw my 5-year-old son, Ethan, holding the back of his head, crying. My other son, Stu, who was 3 years old, was also crying, and he was holding the front of his head. I noticed there on the tub there were 2 hammers, steel construction hammer and a wooden toy hammer. I assumed that they had been out in the backyard playing, had come in to use the facilities, and someone had the bright idea of to whack the other one in the back of the head with the wooden hammer, and the other boy turned around holding the construction hammer and whacked his brother in the forehead. The point that I'm trying to make with this is that they had narrow focus. They got each other's attention quickly, and they also got my attention quickly.
Yes.
By laying there in the living room. By having a narrow focus, you have a clear path on what you're going to do. You know where you're headed, you know where you're going, and you can reach the conclusions you want to reach once you have that narrow path fixed in your mind. We've got a free gift for you. We call it our Book Preparedness Assessment Checklist. It's a free gift. It's a list of items that you can consider to see whether or not you are ready to write your book. We call it You Are More Ready to Write Your Book Than You Thought checklist. It's free. Click the link below. It's in the description. Download our free checklist, and you will see that you are more ready to write your book than you thought.